Hello, welcome back. Now we're still on forces, and in this video, I'm going to show you the effects of forces. Now, in a previous video, we know that forces is a push and pull. What effects does it have on the real world? Now, the first thing we want to learn is that the forces are able to move a stationary object. So, give you an example. Let's take a board and this. Now, this object is not moving by itself, but if I apply a force, which is my hand, it can move from one end of the board to the other end. Similarly, one end of the board to the other end. It's not going to move by itself. A force needs to be applied. Alright? So, next, we will learn that a force is able to stop a moving object. Stop a moving object. So, similarly, a board, and we have a ball, and the ball is going to roll. And my hand is the force that stops the ball. Can you see that? My hand is the force that stops the ball from continuing moving forward, because if there is no hand, it will just continue moving. Okay, so a force is able to stop a moving object. Next, force is able to change the shape of an object. Change the shape of an object. So over here, they have a cylindrical can. Now if I apply a force, see, it changes its shape. Changes its shape. Changes its shape, right? Changes its shape. Alright. Now, next, force is able to change the direction of a moving object. A direction of a moving object. Now, to illustrate this, here I have a tennis racket. Now, the whole purpose of a tennis racket is to change direction of the ball. So here we have a tennis ball, and here the tennis, when I release it, it drops downwards, right? Going to drop downwards towards the ground. But when the tennis racket is here, look what happens, right? Look what happens. One more time. So what happens is that the ball moves downwards and hits the racket, and it changes direction. Goes downwards and it changes direction. Now, if you realize also that it goes down, up, down, then up. So obviously, there are other forces at play with it, on it. And we're going to cover that in the next video. So this shows a change in direction of a moving object, right? Instead of going through, it changes the direction. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to realize and we're going to learn is that force changes the speed of a moving object. Speed of a moving object. Now, I want you to focus on this area of the board, and a basketball is going to come at me. And do you see what happens? One more time. Do you see what happens? One more time. Right. The basketball did not stop immediately, but I catch it and it slows down. All right. Let's see this one more time. Slows down. Slows down. One more time. Slows down. So the force is able to slow. In slow motion, the ball comes at me and it slows down. So force is able to change the speed from a very fast speed to a slower speed. Right. So in summary, a force is able to move a stationary object, stop a moving object, change the shape of an object, change the direction of a moving object, and change the speed of a moving object. And these are the effects of the forces. I'm going to see you in the next video.